radiological effects within 1,000 yards. We need to calculate cross-sections. Different configurations have different critical masses. We also need to learn more about magnesium and copper metallurgy. We need to think about explosives. And we also need to study more about radiation medicine. Not much is known about radiation's effect on individual human beings, let alone groups.
Bob will volunteer for those experiments.
Okay. We also need to figure out how to make the gadget small enough and light enough to be transported. Now that that settles our deadline. We create the technology to produce the gadget, while Site X enriches the magnesium and Hanford produces the copper. We should have enough magnesium in about 24 months.
Well, how much fission fuel exists today?
About 1/1,000,000th of what we need, Hans.
And how much is enough?
Enough for one gadget.
You think one will be enough to end the war?
We'll find out, won't we? We are going to be asked questions that have never been asked before. Now that we're all up to date, I plan weekly colloquia to stay that way. Notes on these conferences will be distributed when the new recruits arrive.
How many more are you expecting, Hoppy?
1,500. That includes families and support personnel. Gentlemen, we have to be as efficient as possible. Wasted hours means wasted lives. If successful, our work here will end the war. I'll see you tonight on Bathtub Row, 8 o'clock for martinis with Kitty and me. Enrico, why are you rushing off?
Another train.
North to Hanford.
East to Oak Ridge. You know, Hoppy, I think your people actually want to build a bomb. We could just poison the German food supply with a radioactive byproduct. Think about it.
I respected Fermi enormously. He was a generalist, the last physicist who didn't specialize. He was inspired equally as a theoreticist and an experimentalist. What's the difference? Theoreticist understands why and how a widget works. Experimentalist makes sure it does. Most of what had to be done at Los Alamos had to be done for the first time with materials that were practically unavailable. Every day I would study and read about things I didn't know very much about. I mean, the weekly colloquiums felt like a magnificent final exam with a senior faculty of staff from around the world. Never before or since have physicists formed such a critical mass.
Darling, I can smell you coming down the hall.
Is it me? Or this?
Steak, just what I've been craving.
No extravagance is too much for my putsy.
How much?
84 cents for 2 pounds.
Oh,
Happy anniversary.
one and counting.
To protect me in the lab?
Perfect fit.
Do I look French?
What a mug. And Bernaise sauce too, please.
Oh, yeah. I only get one?
Pretend you're playing first base.
Where'd you get all this stuff?
I made it.
Well, how'd you find the time?
Waiting for your letters.
One's in the mail? How do I look?
Great. And me?
Peachy keen. How do you feel?
Like an alien. Wouldn't any New Yorker feel out of place here? You know, sometimes I look out the window and pretend that I've returned to the primordial Jewish home, the desert. So how's the physics sanitarium treating you?
You know how my driver's license identifies me?
Boy genius.
Nope.
Renowned professor.
Guess again.
All-American heartthrob.
My name is number 185. I live at Specialist B. My signature is Not required. We're not entities. The places are marked on maps. We can't even vote.
FDR needs yours?
Can't get divorced.
Oh, I like it here.
Can't adopt children.
And the natural ones, don't?
Can't even probate a will.
Well, as long as we stay here, we're immortal.
When the work stops, though, it seldom does. There's nothing to do.
Well, you could write more often.
I'm more of a talker, Putsy, you know. I hate writing. You want to see my new toy? It siphons off nervous energy.
You can't think of any other way?
I dance around the tree and pretend I'm an Indian. Hey-ya, ha, hey-ya, hey-ya, hey-oh.
Your neighbors appreciate all the music.
I seem to amuse the cowpokes at the Dude Ranch.
And the dudette.
Suppose so.
When will your dorm be finished?
Next week. Can I borrow some of your powder?
Sure.
Some of your hairpins?
Why not?
One of your nightgowns?
Oh, well, how about this one?
I have a serious affliction, Putsy.
What's that?
Loving you forever. I'll see you next weekend. I was assigned to the men's dorm as soon as it was finished. Bob warned me it would remind me of college, 2 men per room. But if Arlene couldn't be my roommate, I didn't want any roommate, okay? So I opened up the top bunk, threw out Arlene's nightgown, and put some of her powder on the floor. When I got home that night, everything was put back in order and nobody was sleeping in my room. I kept that up for 4 nights until there was no more danger of a roommate being assigned. Electrons intrigued me. I wanted to understand those little particles so their motion around the nucleus was less mysterious, though just as beautiful. But these ordinary flashlights. Los Alamos didn't have any street lights, so if you had to get somewhere at night, scientists don't keep regular schedules. When you love your work, it really isn't work, is it? It's just everyday life, every hour life, okay? So when scientists get together, ideas jump back and forth, up and down, all around. I mean, it's kind of like a chain reaction.
I've been thinking how boron bubbles could make the gas more efficient. Don't have a funny idea.
Boron, Hans, that's crazy. It's too slow. It's got that damn fly, you see? You're wrong.
I'm wrong? You're crazy. It would work if we tried it this way.
The particle density of boron over that of uranium. No, but have you tried lithium?
The particle density of lithium? That's ridiculous. But it makes me wonder if this might.
Time for the bubble to collapse equals the velocity of matter of, no, Hans, it's more like this.
The radius of lithium over the change in the radius. Yeah. Even so, it has nothing to do with my original problem.
Sorry, Hans, I always get carried away like that. Dumb that way. When When I see an idea that looks lousy, I say it looks lousy. When I see an idea that looks good, I say it looks good. Simple proposition. I forgot I was talking to the head of the theoretical division.
I need someone to push ideas against, Dick. Someone to find flaws. And so I want you to be a group leader.
I'm only 25.
You will be the youngest.
Which group?
Theoretical computations.
Everybody calculates around here. What are we supposed to figure out?
The energy release of the gadget.
Starting with what?
The hydrodynamics of implosions and explosions.
Sounds like fun.
Good. So, the present square of 48 is 2,304. Now, you take that number and...
How'd you do that?
You don't know how to square numbers near 50?
9.
Oh, say the number is 47. Then the answer will be around 300 less than 2,500, so that's 2,200. To find exactly how much is left over, you square what's residual. So for 47, that's 3 squared is 9. So 47 squared is 2,209. Got it?
You know arithmetic pretty well.
You have to notice the numbers.
You have to notice the number.
Professor Fermi.
Hans, my friend.
Enrico V. Gates.
Very good, very good.
Dick, you've met Enrico before.
No, but it's a great honor, Professor.
Likewise. Hans has told me about his prodigy.
Oh, you're just in time, Enrico. The calculations we're doing are very difficult. Dick here's our expert. He's a magician.
When I notice the numbers, I can usually figure out what the answer's gonna look like. Or when I get the answer, I can usually figure out why. But I mean, the stuff we're doing, Professor, it's so complicated. Let me explain it.
Wait, before you tell me the result, let me think. Boron, huh? It's going to come out like this.
Right.
There's a perfectly logical explanation. Boron has the largest absorption cross-section for pass to neutrons.
You're doing my specialty, but you're doing it 10 times better.
Dick, nothing Enrico does should surprise you.
Are you staying long this visit, Professor?
No, I consult with Happy on a few problems and then back to Chicago.
Oh, you travel too much.
Tell me.
You should move here.
Tell Laura.
And how's Leo?
Baiting the brass hats more than ever.
That's Leo, always challenging authority.
Long hairs and short hairs.
Eggheads and flatheads.
Because Grove's an engineer and treats him like one.
He is one.
You're a team player, Enrico. Leo's not.
And we're no longer authorized to discuss our work or other secret matters with him.
But Leo's the one who initiated all the security. Enrico, life's calmer here. You stay put instead of constant traveling.
Maybe next year.
Laura would like the mountains.
Yes.
And so many interesting people.
But what about culture hops?
Have you heard this song? Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam
and the deer and the antelope play.
Fermi always contemplated the whole. He was concrete, direct, even simple. When he lectured, the clarity of exposition and perfection with which everything was put together made it seem obvious and beautiful. I liked being called a prodigy, but I wanted Enrico Fermi to see for himself that I was capable of numerical magic. Okay, friends, or is it suckers today? I propose a new form of betting. Instead of poker, I bet that I can solve in 60 seconds any problem you can pose in 10 to within 10% accuracy. Any takers? Step right up.
You expect us to soil our brains with humble numbers instead of symbols, abstract and pure?
Okay, Princeton, for a buck. What's the sum of the series? 1 plus 1/2 to the 4th, plus 1/3 to the 4th, plus 1/4 to the 4th, and so on. Go.
.08.
How accurate is that? Within a couple percent margin of error.
Where's my buck?
Double or nothing. Give it to me exactly.
Pi to the 4th over 90.
You
win this time.
Okay, Bongo Boy, for $5. What's the 10th binomial coefficient in the expansion of 1 plus x to the 20th? Go.
One 1.8 times 10 to the 5th.
All right. For the pot, plus a buck. What's the tangent of 10 to the 100th?
Go.
Ah, nuts!
Repeat after me. You have to
Notice the numbers.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and the deer in the antelope play.
I hear it's all pregnant wax.